with a sharp beat.
In Willowdale, Oregon, it is against the law to curse during sex. All my partners should be so happy that I never took them to Willowdale, because if I had $1 for every time I heard, stay the fuck off me, or you're fucking finished already, that'd be in jail. And that's every time, one of those two.
That's all you fucking got.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, you must have sat in on one of my sessions. So yeah, I'm staying out of Willowdale. Don't you worry, partners. Okay. Let's see. What we are here. That's Tiny. I'm the Prince of Pittsburgh. We are fictional characters that are real. Characters that are real. And how can we do that? It's not easy. It is not easy, but just take my word for it. And while you're taking my word for it, this is Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. We are the only Category 5 podcast in the universe. Just try to find another one. That's all I got to say with that one. We are one of the few immersive podcasts in the Mid-Atlantic states, one of the few. And we are the patron podcast for the Church of Laughter and for women who perform twat thrusts. And we're still looking for 2 more. We usually go up to 4. Yep. So if you have any causes out there, we're looking for you. What do we give you here? We give you variety. Okay. If you want to if you want to watch a podcast about how the thimble is important in sewing, then watch that shit. Or you want to watch Cirrus versus cumulus clouds, which is better? There's podcasts for that shit, but we'll give you variety. For instance, today is why you should stay with us. We have Dear Tiny, story about kids' sports careers. We have Transylvanian Brain Freeze with a tiny twist. Oh, you don't even know that. Yeah, tiny twist. Twist. We got the movie game. We got the music game, in which Tiny and Paul G go for number 55 in a row. 55 in a row. And I think I gave you a layup this time. Yeah. You better fucking get this one. We have an Argy Bargy, where I'm going to bitch about something. We have onions, coochie, and cat piss, in which I just found out not long ago that artificial intelligence is going to give the answers, right? Through. Yeah. And then I'm going to give mine, but I usually don't match up very well against any kind of intelligence, particularly artificial. And then, of course, we finish off with Samurai Chatter, where I think you actually read the questions, right? I did. Okay, how about that? All right. PittsburghDiveBarTalk.com. We got a website. Yeah, we're big time. We're not just Category 5.
No slouches.
No, hell no. Don't worry, Judd, you're a tremendous slouch. How many got that reference? Awesome. Caddyshack. Okay, we have one more week for our pick 3 of Valentine's Day. What you want for Valentine's Day, which is coming up, obviously. You have a list of living legends, which I haven't told you. I got a new one today. Oh, yeah. Nice. I didn't give you the whole production shit today. Nice. I rank pizza. Miller ranks beer. There are photos on there. You can write to Dear Tiny and ask him anything. It doesn't just have to be relationship advice, even though we are 55 years of marriage with no divorce. But it can be relationship. It can be anything. And then we have you done the 3 wishes thing?
I did, yeah.
That was a tough one. I actually think, I know people think a lot of what we do here is bullshit, and you're right. But the 3 wishes thing gets you thinking a little bit.
I actually had to do some math, because there's the
to count to 3. There were 8. 5 you couldn't fucking say. You had to do 3. Yeah. What was the math you were doing?
It was I had to do the time value of money, because it was like whatever you get a month versus 10 million at age 45 or something. Weren't those 2 of them?
I don't fucking know.
If I remember right, the 10 millions makes more sense.
Obviously you have Barlow money. You had to do the math that you had to fucking figure that out.
Well, I just had to figure whether at my age, because at your age you should have taken the money. Because if you only do a month, but at my age.
Oh, at your age, yes, but at your health, you probably should have done the same thing as me. All right, we're going to move on. This is a fast-paced, lots of shit show. That's what it is. That's what it is. We have a new living legend. And these last 5, they're more special because they're on cardstock.
That's right.
See, the first 16 were just on paper. So what we do here, we go through I'm not doing this very well, am I?
You got it.
We have Flip and George E. and Debbie and Rachel R. Those were our last 4.
Right.
And now this one, he should have been long before this, but Paul G. Paul G. Don't you think he should have been part of it? Paul G's been a part of the show for 55 shows.
At
and
least,
he's been carrying you that whole time. And the amazing news is, I when I decided this on Thursday, I said Paul G a shirt, and he already got it. How about that? How about that? Wear it proudly, Paul G. You are our new living legend.
Nice.
Another viewer sent me this. This was Lisa from Atlanta. Sent me Miller High Life. This is true.
Oh, no.
Miller High Life puts out a perfume.
Champagne and beers.
Well, the new one is Smell Like a Dive Bar.
You're kidding?
No, you'll have to put it up or not. I'll send it. She sent me a thing.
Awesome.
Yeah, except, okay, it is awesome. It is awesome. But we talk about the reason you don't have to go to dive bars is we give you the experience.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I am drinking today, and I have no business drinking today because I've had a rough 2 days here.
Yeah.
But I'm powering through for you, damn it.
That's right.
I
man.
I was tired. I was hungover, but I'm coming through, damn it, because we're category 5. But anyway, do you want to smell like a dive bar? You smell like stale beer, fried food, and onions, coochie, and cat piss, right?
Pretty much.
So I would hold off going to your local Miller High Life store. But that's what you're into. But we're trying to give you the experience so you don't have to smell like a dive bar. That's part of the whole reason we do this.
Yes.
That and the other reason I don't fucking know.
Well,
why do we do this?
I gave up asking.
You're the one that was your fucking idea, damn it. Okay, but if you want to smell like stale beer, onions, coochie, cat piss, you can go online. Miller High Life does have that perfume. It's a true thing.
There you go.
New Scientist magazine. I read it so you don't have to. Here's the 3 headlines that I picked out. Silver mining in the Roman Empire reduced IQs. That's why those Romans were so fucking stupid and lost their empire. It's because of silver mining.
Wow.
Yeah. Tissue in your nose and ear looks like bubble wrap. Who knew? Did you know that?
I did not know
No,
that.
me either.
No.
Me neither. I'm going to have to pick my nose and see what it looks like. It must be bubble wrap. Or at least I wish you could make that noise. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, that'd keep me occupied.
Everybody likes the bubble wrap noise,
right.
and it's way better than picking your nose or whatever.
Right,
you know.
right.
And these were, at first I thought they were talking about forms of rock or something, but these were actually 2 of the real ones. Punk and emo. They rock our ideas of ancient mollusks. Punk and emo were 2 ancient mollusks that they found, and they rock our idea. They're way different than what we thought of ancient mollusks.
Oh, Jesus.
Or is that mollusks? I don't know how you pronounce that fucking thing.
That's okay. Good grief.
So, if you have some weird ideas about ancient mollusks, you look up punk and emo, and then you'll find out differently. All right, I got some numerology. Some good, some bad. 89 made a comeback for people.
Oh.
Listen to you guys listen too. This is category 5. These people are 89 years old, and I think you're going to know most of them.
Okay.
Julie Andrews.
Yeah.
Woody Allen. The Dalai Lama.
Oh.
Do you know Johnny Mathis?
I feel like I should.
He was a singer. Yeah, that's why you don't know him. Mr. Music Expert. You probably have 18 albums of his, but you don't know him. Sandy Koufax. Lee Corso.
Oh, Jesus.
You know him, right?
I do.
Bobby.
He looks every bit of it.
You know
too.
Bobby Vinton? He was a singer. You don't know the things you're supposed to know.
89. I'm supposed to know that music?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Judd Hirsch. You know him?
I do.
Okay. And Herb Alpert. I know you know him because his music got us kicked out of Belarus.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Julie Andrews, Woody Allen, Dalai Lama, Johnny Mathis, Sandy Koufax, Lee Corso, Bobby Vinton, Judd Hirsch, Herb Alpert. Who would you want to have lunch with?
Wow. The sports guy in me would say Lee Corso, but Woody Allen's got to have way better stories. He's got.
You mean since he married his stepdaughter?
Yeah, I got to go that way. He's got to be a weird dude too. Yeah, right.
He's probably funny, but he's got to be weird as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm staying away from him. Most people don't know. You don't even know who Bobby Vinton is, But my father gave him his first gig.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. He's local.
Yeah.
I think he was from Cannonsburg, and my father was in charge of the Springdale Senior Prom.
There you go.
And most everyone's dead from this, so this can't. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure the story's right, but if it's the 10% that my mind went bad, I don't think anyone can refute it, because who the fuck was around then? You know, this would have been early 50s. Yeah. But Bobby Vinton sang at the Springdale Prom in the early 50s.
Yeah.
And he has a few hits that, I don't know, maybe you wouldn't know. Some of you would. But
wow. After 88, that's a big list.
That's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. I thought we were done with that.
Yeah.
I think Sandy Koufax I'd like to talk.
That'd be a good one too. Yeah. Just to hear him talk about certain hitters.
And I probably should talk to Julie Andrews, because I think I married her 2 weeks ago. Yeah, because remember? Well, I married her and took her to Afghanistan because she could fly out with the umbrella. Remember?
That's right.
Yeah. I don't know what your fucking artificial intelligence said about that, but yeah, me and Julie did it in a couple of different places.
Whoa.
Okay, born in 89. The guys. Well, I'm going to go over the guys: Travis Kelce, Chris Brown, Daniel Radcliffe, Joe Jonas. Do you even know Daniel Radcliffe? Because I had to look him up. I knew the name, but I'm sure you never watched Harry Potter, have you?
I haven't. The only reason I know him is he was supposed to be cast as Wolverine at some point in the Marvel stuff, and his name came up as he wants to reprise, or he wants to do the thing, and that's the only reason I know. No, I've never seen any. I
want to do it too, but they're not going to ask me. I don't think they're going to ask Harry fucking Potter.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
Never seen any of those, so I'm happy to say.
Okay, and I'm going to go through the chicks real quick because they're coming up later. Matter of fact, okay, you won't even have to pause. You can start this in your head. Those of you that watch Onions, Coochie, and Cat Piss, we're going to do our normal rules, and it's women born in 89. And these women are Taylor Swift, SZA, Nina Dobrov. It's my fault. Bebe Rexha, Elizabeth Olsen, Dakota Johnson, Alex Morgan. Mm-hmm. You probably didn't know most of those, did you?
There was only one I knew when you sent me that.
Oh, more than that.
No?
You know Taylor Swift.
That's the only one I know without looking around.
Really? You didn't know Alex Morgan? Okay.
Did not.
All right. And then, so we're not going to talk about them because we're going to talk about them later in the show. Mm-hmm. Number 89, I wasn't too happy with in athletics. Mike Ditka was the only one I gave a shit about.
Oh, that's a good one.
So unless you have somebody.
Ernie Mills was 89.
Was he? Well, he wasn't bad, actually. He was a decent receiver on a shit team.
He was the fourth receiver on a, right? Like,
yeah.
When Andre Hastings is getting more reps than you, I think you're in trouble. Yeah.
Was Ouija Thompson out of him? Boy, we weren't too good there for a while.
No.
All right, and the number 89, not very good for that either. It's the 24th prime number.
Ooh.
And okay, you didn't know that, did you?
Of course not.
You'll probably know this one. Sexually, 89. I didn't know this, but you're the porn guy.
Yeah.
When a man pulls out and ejaculates all over himself, that's 89.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
No, it's funny.
When I do that, what do I need a woman for? I wonder what that's 49. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But I ejaculate all over myself. What the hell do I need a woman for? Okay, don't touch that dial because we're coming up with 4 questions for Dear Tiny.
Dear Abby, my feet are too long. My hair's falling out and my rights are all wrong. My friends, they all tell me that I've no friends at all. Won't you write me a letter? Won't you give me a call? Signed, Bewildered.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. And this is this the second week we've done Dear Tiny? Or is this the third week?
I think it might be the third.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. It's going by so quick.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's pretty sure it's the third because we got the initial influx of questions and we carried some over. So
you're right. You're right. Yeah. Third installment of Dear Tiny. Mm-hmm. And this first one is from Patiently.
Ooh.
Dear time, patiently waiting. I'm sorry. Damn. Now, I'm going to hold this up a little closer. I'll try not to do this, but if I do, it's for you, the home viewer,
right?
Because we're giving you variety. We're not giving you how a thimble helps sewing or look at that cumulus cloud. No, we're not giving you that shit. Cumulus is, just so you know, Cumulus is a little fluffier. I think Cirrus is a little straighter.
I think you're right.
Yeah. So that's all you have to fucking know. Who gives a shit about fucking clouds? When you could be listening to Dear Tiny's advice.
Right.
And I might throw shit in, or if he falls flat on his face, I just may be quiet. Then make it look like he fucked up.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. Patiently waiting said, Dear Tiny, I went on an overnight business trip with my boss. We have known each other for years, have been good friends with mutual respect. We ended up being intimate.
Nice.
How about that for a viewer? End up being intimate. That means they fucked, by the way. Sorry. I hope, Roland, you weren't watching there. He's married. I'm not. We are both interested in continuing the affair. Should I stop now or proceed? Will this have a negative effect on my career? We both can keep a secret, or our friendship will have a negative effect on her career or her friendship.
I figure you could probably answer this for me in a way. I'm going to go here, but the whole stereotype of sleeping your way to the top, absolutely you follow through with that part of it. And, this is all about getting further ahead for yourself. If it fucks up the relationship, who cares? You leverage this into the highest position you can go and cash that in. Every time.
You couldn't answer that better, because later on I was going to call you an unemotional ogre. And I'm still going to, by the way, but you just proved my point.
Oh, yeah.
I was actually thinking about the emotional side of this.
Fuck that. Absolutely not.
Okay, my thought is it can work, but it won't. No, it can. Every once, I'd say about 5% of them work.
Yeah.
95% go in the tank, both professionally and the relationship. He's not leaving his fucking wife, so you could probably do it, but you'll get tired of it.
Yes.
The women always do. They say, yeah, they can handle it, and then rarely do they. So,
and you leverage it to the point where he can't determine the outcome of your long-term tenure there, too. That's the other thing. If you still report to him, you're fucked.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So whoever wrote that probably is already out of a job and probably ejaculating all over themselves. 89ing.
And if you have that mentality, go work for banks, because I see this shit happen all the time. Yeah.
Good point. Okay.
Go work at a bank.
So there you go, patiently waiting. I hope that helped. All right, this is from Jennifer.
Ooh.
Dear Tiny, I have been dating my current boyfriend for 5 months. We are in our 40s. I'm having some of his friends and their wives/girlfriends to my house for a Super Bowl party. This is the first time I'll be hanging with his friends. What food and drink should I serve to make the best impression? What would impress you when served at a Super Bowl party? And this is very topical, as this is Super Bowl
coming up. Yeah. And this again, maybe Dear Tiny's bad, because my advice to you is don't host the fucking party. Super Bowl parties are the fucking worst. You ever hear Bill Burr do a bit on the comedian?
I have
Bill
not.
Burr?
No, I know who he is.
Super Bowl party. I'm stealing straight from Bill Burr. I want to give him all the credit for it, but he said they're the worst because none of them are football fans. They go and they watch the commercials and they talk during the game. Well, and
that's very true.
Yes. And so my advice to you is don't fucking host if you want to keep any of these people as friends, because you'll end up hating them the same way I do every time I'm invited to a Super Bowl party. I regret being invited and I hate it the whole time I'm there. I'm fucking miserable. So don't have the party. There's how you win them over.
So once again, the unemotional ogre strikes again. I say host it if you want. You're right. If you really want to watch the game, don't have a party. No. But most people don't.
No.
But just for me, don't go all out. Fucking beer and damn normal day. People try to go crazy with a Super Bowl when you just rather have wings and some dip and shit like that. You know, I don't like all the fancy shit. That's me.
If you're going to actually go through with having the party, the last thing you do is tell everybody to bring something to. There's nothing worse. Oh, bring a cover. That a covered dish is the worst thing in the English language. When they say bring a covered dish, go fuck yourself. It's your party. I'm not bringing shit. You should be happy enough I'm here. Just order some pizza and wings and, like you said, get some beer. Don't make me fucking bring something to your goddamn party. It's the worst. I hate that.
Tiny wonders why he doesn't get invited to many parties. Can you see maybe why that is?
Covered dish. Jesus Christ. I hate that word.
Okay. So now you know that Tiny doesn't like covered dishes and doesn't like, likes to fuck his way to the top. That's what we know. Okay. Okay. This is from Missy.
Oh,
Missy. I'm thinking about getting a stun gun for personal protection. I'm a 5'6" woman, 135 pounds. I'm concerned that an attacker would turn it against me. What do you think? Is there a better form of personal protection I should consider?
Man, if you look like, I mean, I don't know what you look like. Size-wise, you sound like you're, who's really trying to go? Maybe the only thing I would say is I would go for the pepper spray instead of a stun gun. If you're not coordinated, you'll end up zapping yourself or dropping it on your foot or whatever. Pepper spray, you can shoot it from further distance. I do the pepper spray personally.
Okay, I have an analogy for me.
Oh boy,
I am not anti-gun at all, but I'm not personally a gun guy.
Okay,
but I decided this really happened. We live in the fucking woods, and my wife thought she heard something, so she goes outside, and me and my kids look. And she has a fucking broom, not even a big one, this little fuckhead broom. And it became a joke in our family. Hey, get the broom. There's someone attacking us. So I finally did get a gun.
Yeah.
And I have a person in the family that's a policeman, and he gave me a long tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
And the main thing, though, that I learned is don't have it unless you're going to fucking use it. If you have to,
that's
obviously.
That's good advice.
Because for a while I bought it, $700 or some shit, and it sat there doing nothing. So I finally waited the last time, or no, not the last time, but my policeman friend came over.
Yeah.
My gun is loaded and cocked.
Oh.
And it's hidden well, but you just got to be, if you get a stun gun or whatever you get, the spray, just be prepared to use it if you have to, because if you come out like a puss, it is going to get turned on you. So,
that's good advice.
And then I don't know if this is, I got this advice too. This wasn't from a cop. Said, if you're going to use it, empty it on the guy. You only want one side of the story coming out. Now, that was from a baseball coach.
That's the best advice.
That's not bad. That's not bad. If there's only one side of the story, it's hard to kind of, say no to that.
That's right.
Okay, this last one's from me.
Uh-oh.
Do I have to put this in? I didn't put it in letter form.
I think it should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dear Tiny, as you know, and you guys should know this too, I've had a level of lust for this Cleveland DJ, Rachel Steele.
Mm-hmm.
She has a sexy voice. She has loads of music knowledge, and she has loads of sports knowledge.
Right.
And I really liked her just from those three things.
Yeah.
Then I saw the photo of her, totally fell in lust.
Mm-hmm.
And those of you that watch the show, I once put up $7,000 bid to be with her for an hour. And no, not for that. Just to be in the damn booth with her for an hour. Thank God someone outbid me. That really wasn't very smart, was it?
That was one of your best things that had. If you're not a lucky person, I beg to differ. If you say you're not,
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
But since my lust has gotten further, she played a Foghat song. I just want to make love to you, and she came on and said, "I love that." She gets right to the point, and I'm thinking, "Oh my God, doesn't everyone want to hear a woman say that?"
Yes.
And then the other day, I'm listening to her. And like I said, her sports knowledge she doesn't just give scores. She knows about it.
Oh.
Well, she started talking about the Big Lebowski.
No way.
And she knew everything about the
That's
movie.
awesome.
So
now I like her.
Oh, she's my soulmate, but there's 10 million other people that are her soulmate too. Yeah. So my question to you is, how do I get a little closer to how do I make this thing happen? Because if you look through history, when a low life like myself, like someone a little higher, you can stalk them. That doesn't usually work out well. What was that fucker's name that shot the president? Shot Reagan.
Oh,
to try to get the Jodie Foster. That didn't work out too well either.
Shit.
So I think the only shot I really have, because I don't want to do those two things, and I'm going to blame you.
I got blamed for the podcast, and I'm getting blamed.
Well,
for
you're
this.
getting blamed for that because of the podcast.
Okay.
For this, I need to become a famous podcaster. Yeah. And I hate to say this, but I think you're the one that has to provide the viral moment, you know? Here's the deal. People think this is my shtick. People that know me, I smoke cigars and wear Hawaiian shirts all the time.
Pretty much what you get.
The sunglasses are a little different. I don't always wear a lei, but cigar sunglasses. I've done that for 50 fucking years.
Yeah.
So that hasn't gotten me too far.
Right.
So it has to be you, but you just haven't fucking come through. If you could make this a famous, we need a viral moment, and it has to come from Tiny.
Is there a question in any of this?
Yeah, what are you going to do to help me get her?
Well, listen, maybe you're going to consider me, what was it, the ogre again? Motionless ogre?
Unemotional ogre.
Okay.
Oh, and there's more to that to come, I think, later on.
My advice to you, for $7,000, you can, Artie Lang has said on several occasions, another comedian I'll reference, that, in Vegas, $7,000 will get you a pretty nice hooker.
Yeah, but I want her.
You could find one that looks just like her and make her, and just tell her to call herself. What's her name again?
Rachel Steele.
Just say, listen, be this Rachel. Call yourself Rachel, and you'll get 90% of what you're looking for with just if you.
No, I'll probably get 100% of what I'm looking for.
That's all, and then it's then you fulfilled most of the fantasy.
Oh, okay, all right. Thank you, Tiny. There you have it.
There it is.
So that's why you should call and then write in with your questions. And we want to make this a weekly thing, and we need your help. Obviously, if we don't have questions, we can't fucking have answers. That's your Tiny. Oh, stay tuned. We're going to have, and we didn't rehearse this, so this might be lousy. But those of you that have kids or no kids that play sports, we're going to tell just a brief story about our kids' sports careers.
All right, Dive Bar Talk's your song. We're doing another take. Let's try it out.
Some people would call this disorganization. I call it we're thinking on the fly. Or not thinking on the fly. Tiny couldn't remember his story. So you're going to get one story about my kids. I have 3 daughters. Tiny has 1, but she still has a chance. So I can tell my story. My middle daughter, Laura, I was hoping she was going to be the ball player. And we spent a lot of time. And I'm an old basketball coach, so I wanted all my daughters to be big-time players. And we don't always get what we want. In this case, we didn't even fucking come close. They were all fucking pretty bad. So Laura decides to quit basketball in 9th grade. And I was disappointed. And it was largely my fault. I didn't handle certain situations.
No.
Yeah. I kind of was more of a hard-ass coach instead of a loving father.
Oh, no.
Let's put it that way. So that led to her quitting, I'm sure it did. So I was disappointed, a little angry. But what I said to her is, all right, you can do that, but you're just not coming and sitting at home. You're getting involved in something.
That's fair.
And she picked Crew. Do you even know what this is?
Only because of Title IX.
Okay.
Robert Morris had to add it.
Right.
Yep.
Crew was rowing a boat, and I think she picked that because she knew I couldn't yell at her because I have no idea what the fuck they do. When she's out there, I didn't even know which boat she was in.
You're yelling from the shore.
Right. When I say, hey, row harder, what the fuck? I don't know anything about it. But anyway, so she gets involved in Crew, and her coach was a nut. They had to be there like at 6:30 in the morning.
Oh yeah,
and it was way more intense than I even think she thought. But I told her I want her to stick this out. So to her credit, she did. All 4 years of high school.
Yeah,
and in Crew they have 1-person boats, 2-person boats, 4 and 8.
Okay,
but for the most part, I think she dabbled in a little bit in all of them. But it was a 4-person boat, and it was her and 3 other 9th graders. And you can imagine when you put 4 9th graders that had never rowed a boat before, they came in last every fucking time. 10th grade, I don't think they always came in last, but they were never in the top few, Okay. Still they didn't have participation ribbons. Nothing on our mantle.
Nice.
11th grade, so because this is the 3rd year, they're together for the most part.
Sure.
And they would at least come in the middle of the pack and come close. I think the first 3 got something. I don't know if they ever think the only time they came in the top 3 is when there were only 3 entrants, you know. So finally it's their senior year, and it's the same 4 that are together that whole time.
Yeah.
And they're in a race. It's called the Head of the Ohio. It's in Pittsburgh. Usually they went pretty far to go to these things.
Yeah.
But this was actually it went down the Allegheny River and ended right at the Ohio.
Okay.
And so they had never won. They're in the Head of Ohio in their category. Like there's 1,000 boats but they're in one with 8 in their category.
Yeah.
They're come around the bend. They're leading by a lot.
Oh.
By a lot. And then finally, I didn't know if she was going to be happy or not, but she had to be.
Sure.
Someone spotted a lightning. They blow the fucking horn.
Oh, no.
You can't just stop a boat.
Right.
They went past the finish line to turn around, and they were by far ahead, but it was no contest.
Oh,
so the only time.
Oh, man. That's terrible.
Only time she had a shot at victory, it was taken away from her. Yeah,
geez.
yeah. I don't know if she's happy she did crew or not, but there is nothing on our mantelpiece showing that she was part of the crew because they never had the win, but they would have had that fucking win. They were way ahead of everyone. And why couldn't they wait to blow the horn? Since they couldn't get past the finish line to turn around anyway, let them fucking go. They were like a couple hundred yards away.
Right.
Yeah. And the lightning was like in Katanning.
Right. Like, come on, let them fit. So is that something like, has it translated? Like, does she like the kayak or anything, or do anything similar to what that is?
I don't think she's been in a boat since. But it's funny you say one of the people in her boat got a scholarship to Robert Morris.
Oh, really?
But she didn't like it. She went there, and I think she lasted a year and said, fuck this.
Because that's one thing we always say, like with Tori with swim, like if she keeps up with it, she'll be. We can't do basketball anymore. Like she can swim till she's 100.
Right.
That'd be nice to keep with it.
But, for sure. Well, if you want your kid to, I'm sure some people stay with it. But no, to answer your question, I don't think she's ever been in a boat. Yeah. I have some other things to bitch about in that too, but we'll save that for another day. How about that?
When I remember my story.
That's right. That's right. And then I'll forget this one. But okay, that's it for we're thinking on the fly.
Yeah.
And now, but this time I know we got the story. We're talking about Transylvanian Brain Freeze with a tiny twist.
Nice.
Transylvania Brain Freeze.
Okay, welcome back to Transylvanian Brain Freeze. This used to be facts of the week, but these facts are so brain freezing. They're from Transylvania. And like I said, this has a tiny twist. We have 4 brain facts. I don't know. We have 4 of these items, and I'm going to say 2 of them Tiny would do, and 2 of them Tiny would not do.
Whoa.
How about that?
Okay.
How about that?
All right.
Now, I just have to get this first one in, though. It starts with 40-year-old decluttering guru Marie Kondo. How do you get known as a decluttering guru?
Nobody I know.
No. If we didn't have a friend named Guru, we'd somehow work that in. But
right.
We already have a friend named Guru,
Yeah,
and he deserves the moniker.
I don't think anybody disputes
no,
that.
they don't.
No,
They don't.
yeah,
They
yeah.
don't. And he should be happy listening to this. But even though he's known Tiny since 2nd grade, he doesn't fucking watch the show. But ask him Tom Brady's record against every team. Did you get that yesterday?
I got that one.
Okay,
I got that one.
okay.
Or any mascot of any team anywhere.
I know.
That's the one always.
That's impressive what he does there.
Yeah.
We should have him on sometime.
Just to quiz him.
Yeah, because he won't show up.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, back to the facts.
Yes.
40-year-old decluttering guru Marie Kondo. She's the best-selling author of the life-changing magic of tidying up.
Ugh.
That's why I told you this was not you.
No.
Remember, we're going to have a not tiny, a tiny, not tiny, and a tiny. This is not tiny. The life-changing magic of tidying up. However, after Marie had kids, she admitted that's an impossible standard.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Suck on that.
She confessed, My home is messy, but it's the right way for me at this stage in my life.
Wow.
So that book is bullshit.
Yes.
So if you hear from Marie Kondo as an author, don't. That's not worth a shit. Worth a shit.
And you can't give me any more shit for the basement.
Oh, wait. I'm not Marie Kondo. I can give you plenty of shit. I didn't make any money on a fucking book. I can give you all kind of shit, and I'm going to continue to do so. Okay. We did a not tiny. This one, this is you. I thought maybe I was reading about you. Andy Chertow. He's 75 years old, which you look like you're 75 years old. He's from Syracuse. Hasn't cut his hair in 50 years.
Holy shit.
50 years. How long it's been for you?
It's a year and a month.
Fuck you. You're not going to live anywhere near that long. We'll see if you can maybe get to 3 years and 2 months. That's about it. It's about what I figure I want to do this podcast. So I'm hoping you'll live that long.
This is my COVID beard, though. I've had the beard since 2020.
Oh, there's more about Andy. Don't you worry.
Oh, boy.
His hair is 10 feet in length.
Oh, that's gross.
After he washes it, it takes 2 days to dry. He also has a 4-foot long beard. How about that? Here's what Andy had to say. I'm a person that goes his own way in life and sticks to it. My hair makes a statement and is a part of me. Isn't that you?
I'm not looking to make any statement. I'm just lazy.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's Andy's statement. He's lazy too.
That's excessive. Come on. I mean,
that's you. That's you. Okay. No, that's one tiny, one non-tiny. This one is a non-tiny one. And boy, you'll agree with this one. Hilde Dosogne, 55. Right. She's from Belgium. You know what she did last year? Ran a marathon every fucking day. 366 consecutive marathons. It was a leap year in 2024.
Oh, that's right.
So 366. One a day. She ran about 4 hours a day, totaling 9,655 miles while working part-time. You work part-time. caring for a family of 5.
Holy shit. How do you have time to do that?
Okay.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she did that.
I didn't put that many miles on the truck last year.
I've had car in my car 2 years. I'm close to that, but I'm not quite that.
Holy shit.
She battled COVID, bursitis, the flu, blisters, and multiple falls. Here's what she said. She's all fired up. Mentally, I underestimated the challenge. I'm glad it's over.
And for what? What did she get?
I say, you went right with me. Thank you. That is not tiny. That is not tiny to do that. But yeah, that is excessive. That is excessive. Especially when I thought she'd say, yeah, I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad it's over.
Yeah.
And a family of 5. When did they see her?
Right.
Yeah.
That's like I see all these radio and TV personalities talk about there being great family people. How do you know? You never fucking say it's like Huckamuckfa.
Right.
You say you're a family guy. How? Anyway.
The nannies are the family people. Right, exactly. They pay them.
Yeah.
Okay, this is like you. This is you.
Right.
This is you that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
This is Florida Deputy Sheriff Tristen Macomber. He claimed he crashed his cruiser into a stopped vehicle because of brake failure. Okay, that happens.
Yeah, sure.
But investigators found the brakes to be just fine. So then he admitted he was on his phone looking at, and this is a quote, boobs and whatnot. That's you. That's you. Boobs and whatnot. Oh, that would be a nice segment too. Boobs and whatnot.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah.
We'll have to put a little asterisk by that.
That's a good one.
Anyway, Tristen resigned before he got fired.
Well, I thought maybe he was working remotely from Wyoming or something crazy.
That'll probably come up in 2 weeks. So we've had Transylvanian Brain Freeze. We've had Facts of the Week, but we've never had the tiny twist like that, where 2 were tiny and 2 weren't tiny. We'll be back. Oh, we can have fun because we separated these 2. Next up is the movie game. 2 segments ago, Tiny forgot what the fuck he was supposed to say, so he didn't give a story.
Yeah.
Just now we're off the air, and he tells a very entertaining story. Why the fuck don't you save that shit for the people?
Listen, some things are best left off air.
Oh, well, yeah, you'd have gotten in trouble with your family, but still, what? Isn't it worth a laugh for me and you? So what if his mother doesn't like him? She doesn't like him that much anyway. I know she doesn't like me, so I don't mind talking about it, you know. All right, on to the movie game.
Yeah.
The movie game, we give characters to see if he can guess it, and you can guess it too. Remember, you can pause so you can think about it, but
cheat.
Yeah, don't be looking it up. That's really sick.
Yeah.
Just fucking sick. Anyway, get characters, and now I give two actors, real actors, and see if you can guess the name of the movie and the year it came out. Mm-hmm. And you definitely saw this movie.
Oh, boy.
But I'm going to guess you won't get it from. Pay attention to the actors. I don't think you're going to get it.
I'm not going to commingle it like I did with Tom Cruise.
No,
week,
I hope not. I hope not.
Good Lord.
And you mixed up De Niro and
Pacino
today in an earlier story. Not off on the air, by the way. We are much funnier on the air. Off the air. Okay. The first two, maybe you'll have a chance. I don't know. Usually those are the harder ones.
Yeah.
The first one is Pooter the Clown. I don't even remember in this, but that's just a good name.
That is a good
Pooter the Clown. Pooter. Okay, and this is your only chance. Bug. Pooter the Clown and Bug. Has anyone else got it? Someone might have it from Bug.
Bug. Oh, man.
Yeah, they might have it. If you're a fan of this movie, you might remember it. And then these are just, I'll go through these quick. These aren't going to do you any good. Mrs. Hogarth. Shanice Kobylowski. Shanice Kobylowski. Marcy Dahlgren Frost. I don't even remember who the fuck that was. Maisie Russell.
Holy shit.
Pooter the Clown, Bug, Mrs. Hogarth, Shanice Kobylowski, Marcy Dahlgren Frost, Maisie Russell.
And I've seen this movie?
I think so.
Holy shit.
Well, this is going to give you hope here.
Go ahead.
Two actors. Any of you have it out there? Awesome. Two actors. John Candy, Macaulay Culkin.
It's Uncle Buck. Yeah. I have seen it.
Yeah, I figured. It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. Bug was the guy that was trying to get on his daughter, and he said, okay, Bug, and he came with the damn he took the lock out of the door. He scared the fuck out of Bug.
Oh, man.
Zelda's with us too. He's another living legend.
Right.
She is.
Yeah.
And she's already fucked up the camera once. Let's hope she doesn't do it. Or if she did it live, that might be good, huh?
Yeah, we've only had the one where it happened, but it wasn't enough. It was a detriment. So,
all right, let me get to Uncle Buck. It cost $15 million to make.
Year?
Oh, my bad. What year? It's kind of in your wheelhouse.
I'm trying to think. This Home Alone, I'm trying to compare it to that. I'll say 88.
Oh, 89.
Damn it,
89. That's a good guess.
Yeah.
Cost $15 million to make, made $79 million.
Okay.
Listen to who was considered for the role of Uncle Buck.
Okay.
I ran out of room. I didn't have any. There were even more. They kept telling you more.
Jesus.
Okay. Bill Murray, Jim Belushi, John Travolta, Danny DeVito, Tom Cruise, Dan Aykroyd, Joe Pesci, George Wendt, Michael Keaton, Ed O'Neill, Robin Williams, Jack Nicholson were all considered.
Holy shit.
I know.
Wow.
How'd John Candy win that battle?
Yeah, seriously.
You think anyone would have been good at that?
I don't know. He was really funny.
He was hilarious.
Yeah, he was good. But
he was hilarious.
I'm sure somebody else could have pulled it off.
Maybe George Wendt.
Yeah.
He kind of has that look. And
yeah.
I don't think a lot of those people would have been good at it, though. Or it would have been much different. Like Robin Williams or John Travolta. Whole different.
Yeah.
So I think they made a good choice.
I agree.
Okay. The high school scenes were all shot at New Trier West High School. And that same high school that was was not being used for a while, also used in 16 Candles and Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh.
Same high school. So if you see any scenes there, this could be the same.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be able to relate to this. John Candy, one night during shooting, got fucked up in a bar and met with everybody. And I think it was good PR, talking about the movie they were making, all that shit. Well, a caller to a talk show that next morning called in and said the good time he had with John Candy, and they were all getting drunk and shit like that.
Nice.
And then he comes into work and he looks disheveled, and the director gets pissed because he knew he was out because he heard the talk show. And Candy said, well, I'm supposed to look disheveled in these scenes. The director said, go home and get some sleep. And they cut out all his scenes that day. But anyway, if you haven't seen Uncle Buck, I say you definitely got to see that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is a good one. It is a good one. Okay, but now fun's over. Next up is the music game going for number 55. Okay, the tension mounts here in the cathedral. And your propane's working pretty well. It's cold and snowy outside, but I don't feel so bad today.
It's not too bad. No. There have been a couple of times I can see your breath, though, kind of projecting, so I don't know that we're all that.
Maybe I'm just used to it. I don't know. But anyway, the tension mounts live here in the cathedral because Joe DiMaggio had 56 games where he hit in, and Tiny and Paul G are going for number 55. Did you get it last week? You did, right?
Was that Van Halen last week?
Oh, yeah. That was a gimme. That was a gimme, and this is a gimme, too.
I don't understand. I have all these gimmies, but I don't know anything about music. You talk out of both.
Because you missed them. This is a gimme that you won't fucking get, maybe. I think you should get this on the first phrase.
Oh, here we go.
But I'll stop at the end of the first phrase and just say yes or no, but we're going to go through the whole way. I give you lyrics. I give him lyrics. Once again, you can pause, but don't cheat. Don't cheat. And from the lyrics, you have to get the name of the song, the artist, and the year it came out. But if you get the name of the song, the streak goes on. And I could sing this, and for sure you'd get it right off. If I leave here tomorrow, you already got it, don't you?
I do.
If you're over 45, you should get this motherfucker, If I leave here tomorrow, would you still remember me? For I must be traveling on now because there's too many places I've got to see. But if I stay here with you, girl, things just couldn't be the same.
Yeah. Freebird.
I know you know who it's by.
Leonard Skinner.
Freebird, Leonard Skinner. The streak goes on. Paul G can rest. Next week, you go for Ty and Joe DiMaggio. How about a year?
Their albums always run together for me. And I have 2 years in mind, and they're 4 years apart.
I'll tell you what. I'm in a good mood today. You give us both years. If either one's right, you get credit.
The two I have at 72 or 76. Damn it.
Yeah, close. 73. 73. One of my favorite all-time songs.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Leonard Skinner. Probably, if I asked for the 20 favorite songs of all time, 7 of them or 6 of them would be Leonard Skinner.
Wow.
Yeah, I like Leonard Skinner a lot. Freebird. The streak goes on next week. You got to come for next week to see if he and Paul G can tie, our latest living legend, can tie Joe DiMaggio at 56.
Favorite Skinner song?
Boy, I think it's Call Me the Breeze. Yeah. How about yours?
If it's not Freebird, it's probably Tuesday's Gone's a good one too.
I like Give Me 3 Steps. Yeah. And since you're an uncaring ogre, you wouldn't like this one, but Simple Man.
That's a good one.
Oh, you like that one?
I do.
That has a meaning to it, though.
Fuck that.
Exactly. That's why you weren't mentioning it. Okay, we wonder why this takes so long. Then me and you get off on tangents. We'll be back. Oh, I got Argy Bargy coming up. I'm going to bitch about something.
Hey, give us some of that Judy.
Past Wednesday morning, I was hoisting weights at LA Fitness at 9 in the morning. Not because I'm a go-get-em guy early in the morning. Why was I there so early? I had to leave the house because some guys were coming to put a new washer in our house. I can't fix anything. I can't fucking assemble anything. I can't even talk to people about it because I am so inadequate as a human being and as a male as far as that shit. And why am I that bad? It's my fucking father's fault. He didn't know how to do any of that shit, and he passed that right down to me. I'm okay with that. However, as some of you might know, my father was a really good coach. He's in 6 or 7 Halls of Fame.
Right.
And Did he pass those genes to me? I'm a half-ass to mediocre coach at best. I've been fired. He's in 6 or 7 Hall of Fames. I've been fired 7. Count them 7 times. 7 fucking times I've been fired. And why didn't he pass those genes down to me? If I don't know what happens in the afterlife, but if I get to see him, I'm going to say, you could at least had me learn how to fix shit or pass those damn basketball genes to me because I turned out to be a piece of shit in both. That's my Argy Bargy. Once again, he's being funny off the air. Welcome to Onions, Coochie, and Cat Piss. And in Onions, Coochie, and Cat Piss, we have a group of women. And what we do is we decide out of 9, this week it's 7, and 1 per category. It's F, marry, kill. You know what that is. Pour chili on someone. Play hopscotch with somebody. Go to Arby's with someone. Have a beef and cheddar sandwich, but with Arby's sauce, and it could get a little messy. Go up the St. Louis Arch, but once you get up there, the elevators break, and it's you and her and Willie Nelson. So what happens, what happens. Go to Afghanistan. For 2 days, you're in a crawl space with this woman, but then you got to get out of Afghanistan, which could be a problem. I don't know. I've never been there. Don't plan on going. And the last choice, I'm going to add something to this one of these days, is drive to Centralia in a car with no radio, and since it's winter, we'll say no heat.
Right.
And when it gets warm, we'll say no air conditioning. So the women, I already mentioned this, if you've watched or if you forwarded this, that's okay, are women born in 1989, because this is number 89. I don't think I ever said that, did I?
I don't think so.
And they are Taylor Swift, who I think you've heard of. That's the only one he knew.
That's the only one I knew without cheating. Yep.
I think her name is SZA. I don't think that's Ja, but maybe it is. I don't know. She's a rapper.
Yep.
Nina Dobrov, Bebe Rexha, Elizabeth Olsen, Dakota Johnson, Alex Morgan. So out of those 9 categories, you pick 1 per each person, and you decide what you're going to do. Tiny, he did this 2 weeks ago, and he's doing it again. Yeah. Am I correct?
Yep.
I don't know exactly how this works, but tell him what you do.
So I plugged it into Chat GPT, which is I don't know which brand that is, at Microsoft or whatever. I don't know, but it's anybody that knows it's Chat GPT, and I flat out ask it. I say, hey, if I give you 9 categories and these 7 women, can you pick one for each of them without using the same one twice and whatever? And it's like, yeah, sure, let's try it. And here's the results.
And that sounds great.
Yeah.
Yet China supposedly has one that's way better than that one, is what I read.
There's all kinds of stuff out now too, where there's all kinds of weird, and there's of course conspiracies with it too. But ChatGPT is the only one I know, so I'm sure there's other ones people are saying, try to do this one.
And well, they answered, so they get first cry. They get the cry, and
they're funnier than what I can come up with. So
well, that's not saying much.
So I'm just going to go in the order that it gave it
all
to
right,
me.
Let's give it.
So it's a little different than your
I'll
order.
write it down because I have a pen.
Right. So it started out by effing Elizabeth Olsen.
Okay.
And you know what? I did know her too, because she's the younger
right.
Olsen. And it says, because let's be real, the Scarlet Witch has magic hands, and I'd like to see them work some spells in a way that Disney definitely wouldn't approve of.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. You're going to have to teach me how to fucking use this. What else can you use it for?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
I would.
There were people getting in trouble. It'll tell you how to make a bomb and all that kind of shit.
Well,
and they changed that. But, it'll do.
Hopefully, I don't need that.
There's a couple. Even Facebook. Like Facebook's the one you can remember. You get complimented me on the pictures.
Yeah.
Of all the fairy tale people, I had them draw them on Facebook for me. Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right. What's next?
Next is marrying Alex Morgan.
Okay.
She's got the stamina of a world-class athlete. So that means a lifetime of cardio sessions together.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
Plus, I don't mind having a soccer star to flex at the family gatherings.
Absolutely. I'm with them.
Yeah.
I'm with them. Actually, I have the same one there.
Okay. And here again, even though there's more categories than women, they still killed someone.
Did they?
Bebe Rexha, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Not because I want to, but because life is cruel and the list demands blood. Someone's got to take one for the team, and unfortunately, Bebe drew the short straw.
Wow. Yeah, you got to stick with this every week. This is way better than you. It's way better than me too, but one of us has to do it.
Yeah. The next, they did dump a bowl of chili on Dakota Johnson.
Okay. Why?
This is for all that awkward mommy kink tension from 50 Shades. Let's just cut out the middleman and get messy right away. Texas style chili, no beans, extra meat.
Wow. Wow.
This is great. I didn't even read that one all the way through, to be honest. They're going to play hopscotch with Nina Dobrov.
Okay.
She's got that youthful energy, so she'd probably take this way too seriously, and I'd love to watch her get aggressively competitive over a children's game while I just screw around.
And that's true about her. I have something to say about her too.
Is she the model chick?
Yeah, I think she.
If I was playing this by, she would be the top on my list of all the ones we saw. But yeah, that's the Arby's beef and cheddar. That goes to Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Just imagine the absolute chaos if she wrote a song about how Arby's ruined our imaginary relationship. He made me eat roast beef. Now I just grieve. Grammy-winning stuff.
Yeah, this is better than mine, damn it. Next time I might go first.
Okay. In Afghanistan, they're taking SZA.
Okay.
Something tells me she'd find a way to make it soulful and poetic, even as mortars are flying overhead. Plus, we'd be suffering together, so maybe she'd write a Fire album about it.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. That's very good. That is very good.
And so here's an additional feature.
Okay.
It went on, even though it didn't use the other categories, it went on to bash them anyway. It says, no one's going to Petrolia because I used all 7 already. Petrolia can rot in peace. And then it said,
that's Centralia, by the way.
What did I say?
Petrolia.
I always do that.
Yeah.
Centralia.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you fucked it up.
I actually did. Yeah. I piped it wrong.
What a fucking shock.
Oh, well. And then for the arch, it said, sorry, if I had to pick, it would have been Taylor Swift just to hear her try to turn the ordeal into something, another heartbreak anthem. Yeah.
Wow.
That was awesome.
That's good. That's good. Okay. I guess I have to follow that.
There you go.
Damn. All right. Taylor Swift, I'm taking to Afghanistan.
Oh.
Even though I find her a little annoying, I'd still like, by the way, I'm going to do, there's 7 women. I'm going to get screwed 9 times. And I'll tell you how here in a second. 9 times I'm going to get laid. So
nice.
I'm doing okay for myself.
Heck
huh?
yeah.
Actually, with 9 different women, actually. How about that? But anyway, I'm taking her to Afghanistan because I figured we'd have 2 good days. And then she is so fucking popular. Once we emerge from the crawl space, they'd let her they'd let us go. Sure. And this is the perfect week. Maybe I get 2 Super Bowl tickets out of the deal. How about that, huh?
Look at that.
Yeah. I'm always thinking. That's what I do.
That's not a bad idea.
I'm a podcaster. Yeah. Take that, artificial intelligence. Okay, SZA. I have nothing against her, but I did do some research because I really didn't know her very well, and I think she's a rapper.
Okay.
And actually, I gave you them in the order of their supposed popularity on the internet.
Oh,
so she was second, after Taylor Swift.
Damn.
And I'm taking her. I'm doing hopscotch with her, and as she gets to the end, I'm going to draw the things a little longer. Like how many blocks are there in hopscotch? Is that up to you?
Isn't it 10?
Is it?
I don't know.
Okay, when she gets to 10, I'm running the other way. I'm telling you why. This wasn't her fault, supposedly, but she had 3 ex-boyfriends die in quick succession. Yeah, yes. And I don't think there was foul play, supposedly.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be part of that. I have nothing against her, but I don't want to associate with her.
You don't need to continue that.
Because whatever fate is up there, they don't like her boyfriends.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yikes.
I'm taking her I'm playing hopscotch with her, but I'm getting the fuck out.
Yeah.
Nina, I'm going up the St. Louis Arch with her.
Ooh.
They mentioned it. She's kind of a daredevil. She got hurt pretty bad in a dirt bike accident. And her husband's Shaun White.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So she is so adventurous. Once we get up there and mess around and then play some songs with Willie Nelson, if they don't get that shit fixed, somehow she'll be able to rappel down there, I bet. And she'll actually be okay with that. And then she'll send help up and get me the fuck out of there.
There you go.
I don't want to spend too much time with Willie Nelson. Good chance that fucker will die while we're up there, you know. So, yeah, me and Dina going up the St. Louis Arch. Bebe, I'm taking to Arby's. Bebe started out kind of thin and is getting bigger, which me and you can relate.
Yes.
So I'm figuring when I have lunch with her, I can talk about my weight gain and she'll be empathetic toward me. So I think we'll have a pretty nice relationship going there, me and Bebe.
And bond.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to bond, and then I'm going to nail her, maybe in a parking lot, depending on how empathetic she is. Elizabeth Olsen, I'm going to Centralia with her in a car.
Yeah.
And, okay, I'm going to do her, what we're leaving from here, I'm going to do her by Sharon, PA. Her sister, Mary Kate, I'm going to do her in Dayton on the way to Centralia. And then we're going to call Ashley in Indianapolis. I'm going to do her. So I'm going to do Elizabeth and Sharon, I said.
Right.
And Mary Kate in Dayton and Ashley and Indy all on our way to Centralia.
There you go.
Because what else is there to do without heat and a radio?
Yeah,
you pretty much have to do that. Fornicate is correct. Yeah. Okay. Dakota Johnson. I put F squared. And I've done that before. And I'm not just going to F her. I'm going to throw some 50 Shades in there. Yeah, we're going to do a lot of shit, me and her. And then I'm going to call her mother. Her mother is Melanie Griffith.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I'm going to nail her too. That's where I got up to 9. You know, because I did the two sisters.
10.
Huh?
It's 10.
No, I didn't do SCA.
Oh,
because I'm afraid. I want to do SCA, but I'm afraid because of that fate that happened there. But yeah, Melanie Griffith, you know she is.
Of course.
Right? You ever seen the movie Milk Money?
I don't know that I have.
I figured, because that's what I was going to say. That's where you became an uncaring ogre. If a movie doesn't have great laughter or I guess I shouldn't say planes flying around.
No, I've said I'm very sincere. A movie has 5 minutes to ring me in. I give it 5 minutes. I better see something blow up. I better see somebody's boobies in 5 minutes. Or I'm out.
Melanie Griffith, even though it was a nice story, she started out as a prostitute.
Oh,
so maybe you would like it. And she escaped with only what clothes she had on. So for most of the movie, she had some short ass dress on the whole time. Yeah, it was good. It was good. But like I said, it had a nice ending, so you wouldn't have liked it. And it was shot right here in Pittsburgh.
How about that?
And here's what I'm going to tell you. In the next 5 weeks, I'm going to pick Milk Money as one of our shows, one of our movies. Oh, no. So we'll see if you can get that. No, but it's not going to be next week, but sometime in the next 5 weeks.
Yep.
Okay. And Alex Morgan, I agreed with I agreed with them because with artificial intelligence, because she's athletic. Alex Morgan is one of the best soccer players in the world, and she's great looking, and she just seems really nice. And okay, so our kids would be athletic. Maybe I could have a kid there that would be athletic and win a fucking rowing race, you know? So good looking. And here's another bonus. She's a vegan. So I don't have to buy meat for her. My whole marriage, you know, we only have to buy like half a pound of ground beef.
Right.
I have the burger and she can eat a fucking cucumber. Okay, so
she can eat my cucumber.
Well, that would be part of it, certainly. Maybe we could do some 50 Shades with her too, you know.
What was the word? Mommy kink? Is that what they said? Is that the word she used?
So there you have it. As our latest edition of Onions, Coochie, and Cat Piss. We got to keep that.
I agree.
Artificial intelligence picking. We'll have that again in 2 weeks. Next week, just so you know, next week on Would You Rather, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
It's Sierra versus Beyonce. So that's something for you to stay tuned to for next week. Okay, we'll be back with Samurai Chatter. Welcome back. Last segment, Samurai Chatter. You made it. You made it with us all the way through. Thank you for sticking with us. And we're not done yet. This is Would You Rather questions, and you're going to get to know us personal, up close and personal. And you can play along yourself and have some fun with it. You know, it's just not us two. We like to involve everyone, but we don't see you. So, and we don't know who the fuck you are.
That's right.
A lot of times. So, you play along and have fun.
Yeah.
How about that?
There you go.
All right. So excuse me. These are 4 would you rather questions that are non-sexual.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Mm-hmm.
How about that? Could we try to keep it clean?
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Yeah, well, we just got done having a lot of sex in the last.
We did. Yeah. If sex is not your thing, onions, coochie, and cat piss would be one to skip
That's
over.
right.
But and I don't bring this up enough. Our website totally G-rated. Totally G-rated.
Oh, yeah.
We don't put anything nasty there. So
That's right.
yeah, you can go to the website. You can have your kids looking over your.
That's right.
Yeah, the website's fine.
Yep.
All right. Would you rather for the would you rather? And you even know these questions.
I do.
Okay. Would you rather pry off your thumbnail with a fork, or put a toothpick under your big toenail and kick a wall?
These are brutal.
Well, I got this. I still had some left over. Remember, Cox sent me all those horrible ones.
Yeah.
And I felt uncomfortable doing it. One time we did 4.
They're all bad.
Yeah. So this is the only one that's like really horrible.
Yeah, I'm taking, and it's actually toes and eyes are my 2 like don't touch me spots, right?
Really?
Like, yeah, but I'm taking the toe because.
Well, don't touch me, but you're taking the toe.
Well, hear me out.
All right.
So I've had a problem with ingrown toenails since I was like 18, and I've had the procedure done multiple times where they put like that purple acid at the root, and it's supposed to kill everything. They still grow back, but the good news is I don't have any feeling there. So I can just cut them out myself. And I do like every 6 weeks, I just cut them out myself. So I'm taking the toe, hoping that I'm going to hit that spot where I won't feel anything.
And my answer is pretty damn similar. For those of you that do all the time, I haven't been able to feel my feet for years. They've already taken one toe off.
Yeah.
And I hate to tell you this because I'm not going to be able to be a foot model now. My toenails are just horrible looking, and half the time when I go to cut one, it just comes off anyway. At least half the time. Time. So putting a toothpick underneath the thing. First of all, I might not even have one, depending on when it is. Yeah. And second, I couldn't feel it anyway. So that is a nice, easy one. Yeah, I'll kick the shit out of that wall.
And I've had the Novocaine shots, like when I've had ingrowns, they give you the Novocaine shot in the top of the toe. You've had cortisone shots. It's similar. It hurts just as bad as a cortisone shot. So as bad as that was, I'll still take my chances.
Okay. Yeah. When I got the toe taken off, I almost told them, I don't need any damn, you don't even have to put me under. I don't think I'll feel, but there's that little doubt. So I said, I better have them put me under. All right. Question number 2. There's 4.
Yep.
Would you rather fall down in public or fart in public?
It's a no. If I fall down, who's going to pick me up, first of all? So it has to be fart in public.
No human would have been able to pick you up. Perhaps a backhoe, a real big backhoe.
A fork truck.
Yeah. So you're going to fart in public?
Absolutely. Too late.
Okay. I'm going to fart in public also, because if you fall down in public, everybody sees it. If it's a horrible fart, a lot of people will know. But if it's just a half-ass fart, maybe only 2 or 3 will know, and no one else will know. But I don't know if I ever told this story on the air. A week and a half ago, I'm going to LA Fitness, and I'm walking where there's no curb, and I'm thinking, so I don't have to step up, because I have problems with that sometime too. And I forgot about the thing at the end of the parking spot that they have that big cement thing, so the car can't go into the wall.
Yeah.
Well, I tripped over that because the snow was built up, and it was my most athletic feat in 20 years. I was going to fall, and I looked like an Olympic sprinter for 4 damn steps, and I was going to fall down, but the wall was there. I made it. I said, "Come on!" First, I said, I'm going to fall on the sidewalk and be fucked up. And I thought, okay, snow will be better. But then I made it all the way to the wall and held myself up. So, and then I looked around. I said, I hope nobody saw that. So I don't want to fall down in public and everyone say, oh, look at that poor fucker. We all fart. So, I'd rather fart in public too. Okay. So, boy, we're agreeing on a lot of shit here. Okay. Would you rather always have an annoying song stuck in your head or always have an itch that you can't reach?
This was the easy one for me. It's the song, because I can always I can take the song and twist it and make it into something, or just annoy somebody else with it if I have to. So I'll take the song over the itch.
Man, I hate this. Damn it.
Damn.
The next one I might just do opposite you for the hell of it. But anyway, I took the song too. Now, did you ever see the movie Ghost?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I thought for sure you were going to say no, and I was going to tell you, I was going to call you an
terrible.
unemotional ogre again.
You can.
Okay, Tiny, the unemotional ogre. I figured Ghost was a nice. But anyway, when Patrick Swayze wanted Whoopi Goldberg to do that for him, and she wanted to get him away, he sang "I'm Henry the Eighth I Am," and he just kept singing it and singing it.
I remember.
And it was annoying, but I'm the same as you. I think I could take that a little bit longer. An itch you can't reach. What the fuck do you do?
Right.
So I'll take the annoying song and hopefully learn to like it.
Right.
Okay, and the last one, as you can tell, this is I'm giving myself credit here. From here on in on Would You Rathers, I'm always doing this last segment. Right. This last question, my fault. Would you rather get drunk with Jim Carrey or Randy Quaid? They're both a little nuts.
Yeah. I first was against, I was going to say Randy Quaid first because I just thought Jim Carrey would be so overbearing, but he is a metalhead.
Oh, is he?
There's a thing, do you remember the, what's his, Ace Ventura?
Oh, yeah.
He had Cannibal Corpse on the movie, and that's because he's a huge metalhead. And so I think it'd be cool to hear some of his, maybe, I could deal with some of his craziness maybe a little more because we'd have maybe more in common.
Okay.
So I'll take him.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I thought about both of them too, but because they're both in their own way nuts. Like when Jim Carrey plays a role in a movie, you have to call him by that name.
Yes.
Not on the set all the time for those month or whatever.
All the wrestler, when he did Man on the Moon, all the wrestlers talked about, when he was playing Andy Kaufman, even like Jerry Lawler, who was good friends with him, and they've said how annoying it was that they had to call him Andy, and he's like, you don't film for 2 days and you're still calling him that. Like, what are you doing? Anyway, sorry.
Okay, so I couldn't take that. Randy Quaid is fucking nuts, but he's nuts because of a woman. You know that? She's the one that drove him to being nuts.
Of course.
He was kind of normal. He married, I don't know if he married her. Yeah, I think he's married her, or it's his longtime girlfriend. Mm. She spent all his money. She wanted to make a movie that she wasn't qualified to do. I saw a special on this, and she spent all his money, and he was trying to be nice, and she lost everything.
That's what they do.
Now they're like squatters. They lived in someone's house and got tossed out, and then they moved to Canada for a while. I don't know where the fuck they are now. But despite all that, he was Cousin Ed. Yeah. And I'd have to ask about the vacation movies because I think I could bring him back. He didn't go nuts till after the vacation movies.
Right.
And I think I could talk to him about Cousin Ed and what all went into that and how that was. So, okay, that's the only one we had different. I'd rather get drunk with Randy Quaid and you with Jim Carrey. Mm-hmm. That brings us to the end. Now, it's Steven Wright's turn.
Oh.
As far as our quote, we always end you with a quote. And Steven Wright said, I intend to live forever. So far, so good. That brings us to the conclusion of number 89. And remember, we are the only Category 5 podcast in the universe. We are the patron podcast of, let me see if I can remember this, the Church of Laughter and Women Doing Twat Thrusts. And we're 55 years of marriage with no divorce. So just for that, you should go to our website and write Dear Tiny. We'll answer. He'll answer that question next week for you if that's what you so care to do. But because we're the hardest working podcast in 4 states, count them 4. The tri-state area here, McAlmont gave us North Carolina. That's 4 states. And we'll be back next week with number 90. That comes right after 89, doesn't it?
I think so.
Okay. All right. So thanks for sticking with us, and we'll be back next week.